Let's get the latest on the U.S. security situation from the Secretary of Homeland Security, Michael Chertoff. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
We're getting to know a little bit more about these perpetrators over there, alleged perpetrators. They don't seem to be homegrown. They seem to be imports, in fact. With that in mind, this sort of Kurdish-Iranian connection, how does that inform what you're up to, what you need to do, what we need to do in the United States?
Well, I think we've been saying for some period of time that we need to be looking not only at the possibility of homegrown terrorism, but at the possibility that international terrorists might come to the United States through Europe. That's one of the reasons we put a lot of emphasis recently on gathering more information about passengers who come in from the so-called visa waiver programs in Western Europe with clean documentation. So this is merely a reinforcement of the idea that we need to be vigilant both with respect to external threats and the possibility of something here at home.
It's also interesting to note that these were not suicide bombers. What do you make of that?
Well, one of the things, of course, if you look back at all of the plots, is that we've seen a wide variety of different kinds of techniques for terrorism. Of course, suicide bombers are perhaps the most dramatically exemplified by those who carried out the attacks on September 11th. But we have seen circumstances where we have bombers who don't intend to lose their own lives in the bombing. And that suggests that we ought to be vigilant against all kinds of attacks rather than focusing on the most recent attack or the one that gets the most attention in the media.
Yeah. You were on the media yesterday talking about why you did not raise the alert level in the United States. Yet at the same time, you were adding some air marshals. There's increased surveillance at the airports and in and out of tunnels here in New York City we've seen. Have you thought about it again today? Is there some sense that perhaps it merits some scrutiny?
Well, Harry, let me remind everybody, of course, that we are at the level orange with respect to aviation and have been at that level since last August. So that is about as high as you can be without actually being under attack. Nationally, we're at yellow. We didn't feel, based on what we've seen so far, and of course the investigation is still unfolding, but we didn't see, based on what has emerged so far, that there was a specific credible threat to the United States based on this plot. Nevertheless, because we don't know what will turn up and because we are entering into a heavy travel period, it seemed prudent to add a few additional pre-planned measures to what we're doing in our transportation sector.
Right. Here's the question of the morning. Are we safe?
We are safe, but we're safe because we continue to pay attention, we continue to add security measures, and because we continue to rely upon the good judgment of the American people to tell the authorities when they see something that's suspicious or otherwise alarming.
All right. Secretary Michael Chertoff, we thank you for your time, sir.
Harry, good to be on.
You bet.